another one.
ISQTB for quality engineer of 5 years? All right, this one goes, hey guys, I have been a quality engineer for 5 years now at 3 different companies. I am actively looking for a new job, but I also want to learn more advanced topics for testing. I have had only one short job where the standards seem to be actually high quality and the testing framework performs smooth. I am wondering if there were any ISTQB resources that I should learn the advanced stuff, but also is it worth having, especially in this tough market? I have no formal ISTQB experience. Everything was learned on the job. Well, if you think that the ISTQB is going to take you to the next level, I have to tell you that you are sadly mistaken. You can, some people are great test takers, right? But what does that make them? That makes them theorists, not practitioners. In your 5 years as a quality engineer, you are 100 times more advanced than someone with no experience, but they passed the test. Here's an example, right? Here's an example. Taking the ISTQB, studying it and passing it, right, is like you're in the gym hitting a punching bag, right? Just hitting the punching bag, like you're jabbing, you're crossing, uppercutting, hooking, all that good stuff, right? You're able to do it, no problem. You, the person who's been a quality engineer for 5 years and working in 3 different companies, right? You are a well experienced fighter, right? Got a good amount of wins, you got some losses, whatever the case may be. Now, the ISTQB person, right? Put them in the ring with you. Never had a fight before. Who's going to win? The practitioner will always defeat the theorist.
Message.
The practitioner will always defeat the theorist because the theorist knows what they cannot do, right? Formalized testing doesn't force that critical thinking that you need. It just doesn't. Not possible. It tells you the things that are not possible, the things that you cannot do. But the practitioner, they see the barriers, they see the limitations, and what do? They either go through it, they go above it, they dig under it, they go around it. They take a semi truck and they just burst right through that wall. We don't have any limitations. We don't have any barriers. We never say that it's not possible. We might say it's not possible right now. Give me some time to figure it out. Like I was saying earlier, right? You might think it's over your head, but it's not. It's not over your head. Take the first step. Fail forward. Check out the video on failing forward, the candid conversation on failing forward. On Sunday, I failed forward the entire time. I've been failing forward on the MP3 challenge for the past 3 weeks, but we always get closer and closer to victory. You know, we always fail forward to victory. So now let's approach your question from a different point of view, right? If I want to learn a better comprehensive understanding of QA and testing and automation and figure out complex projects, what can I do? Well, I would definitely say, find a course that teaches you a comprehensive understanding of QA, right? The whole overview of QA, SQL, the different stages, smoke testing, regression testing, all that stuff, right? But that actually has you do something and not just not just studying how to answer questions on a test, but actually doing, right? Write test cases, write bugs, write defects, right? All that good stuff. Do it. And then what? Right? Learn automation. Throw some projects on GitHub. Ask for feedback. Ask for peer review. Push yourself to the limit, right? One of my favorite things that David Goggins talk about is the governor, right? What's the governor? So the governor is it's a feature that used to be, or maybe it still is, but it used to be in cars, right? Where it would top out at a thank you kindly. It would allow a car to go only a certain speed, right? So like let's say the car can let's say on the speedometer it says that the car can go like 140 miles an hour, right? But the governor is going to limit the car to going like 95 miles an hour at a max, right? So what David Goggins says is that our mind has a governor as well. And what does that governor do? Let's put it in a technical perspective, right? What does the governor do, right? So you want to challenge yourself, right? And you get a chaos camp challenge, right? Maybe using Docker, and you're like, oh, I've never used Docker before. The governor says, this is over your head. You can't understand this. You can't do this. They want you, like the end result is you're supposed to figure out this thing in a Docker container. You've never used Docker before. This is over your head. Why even try? Why start? Just close the page. Let's just go back, take it slowly. Let's go through our course, right? And it's just, the guy who's teaching the course, right? He's gonna say, all right, we're going to go to example.com and we're gonna click on this little link, and then then we're gonna update it to GitHub and say that I have a portfolio because look at my code. I followed along and I used example.com, right? That's what the governor does to you. The governor in your mind says, when you see something that scares you, it's too complicated, right? You can't let that happen. When you take the first step, you're challenging the governor already, right? You're starting to dismantle it. And that's the importance of it, right? Every time you take a step forward when your mind told you that you couldn't do it, puts you in a winning position. So what I would say is challenge yourself using Chaos Camp's challenges, right? Take the course, follow along, take some automation, follow along, and then really challenge yourself, right? By taking some chaos camp challenges and seeing how far you can get. You don't even have to get the whole thing. See how far you can get. That's the key. How far can you get? It's like the limbo, right? How low can you go? Right? You don't have to finish. You just have to start. All right. So passing a test, cool, right? Great. Nobody cares. Doing hard things, that's what matters. Putting yourself in a position to suffer, whether you're suffering through code, whatever the case may be, the challenges that you face is what's really going to make a difference. And then when you're interviewing and you talk and you share those challenges that you put yourself through, like, because we'll ask, so what do you do to learn more on your own, right? How do you self-learn? Oh, well, I take these courses, I do these challenges, I do these projects. Like, oh, wow, you're really into it. It's not just a job for you, it's a lifestyle. So that's how I see it. All right.
If you enjoyed the fascinating information shared in this video and you want more, be sure to hit the subscribe button to Tech Coach Ralph to be notified for new videos. Enigmatic Joker.